We continue our reading of Lest We Forget, a daily devotional by author George R. Knight. Today's reading, April 13. God uses even our mistakes. The Lord says, I will teach you the way you should go. I will instruct you and advise you. Psalm 32:8. We serve a gracious God. If I were dealing with people who could not see their mistakes, I would probably either ignore them or let them pay the price for their problems. I certainly wouldn't bless them in spite of their mistakes. We can all be thankful that someone like me is not God. The God we serve blesses us in spite of who we are. He not only helps us solve our problems, but blesses us in the process. The gospel truth is that God even uses our mistakes. So it was with the shut door experience. The Sabbatarians had obvious and serious theological errors. After all, during the shut door period of Adventist history, they believed that the evangelistic outreach of their movement was restricted to those who had accepted the Millerite message of the 1830s and early 1840s, since the door of mercy had closed for all others. But God could employ their mistake to the good of the movement. First, He guided the small band of Sabbatarians to use that period of their history to build a solid theological foundation. Thus, they spent little of their scarce resources on evangelism until they had a message. Second, after developing their theological identity, they restricted their evangelism between 1848 and 1851 to other Millerites. It was only after they had a solid theological base and a substantial membership core group that they were in a position to reach out to the larger population and eventually to the ends of the earth. Looking back on the shut door era of Adventist history, I see it as a necessary stage in the movement's development. God was leading step by step to build a solid platform from which to launch a mission to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. Revelation 14:6. God blesses us anyway. That's gospel. That's good news. And how about you, my friend? Do we bless even the slow to learn? Do you and I have the same spirit? Do we even want it? I challenge each of us today to apply His grace in our daily lives to our wives, husbands, children, and fellow church members. Help us, our Father, to be a positive blessing, even when people around us make serious mistakes. And this concludes our reading today of Lest We Forget.